Hey, how's it going? Today we're going to be talking about making perfection the enemy of the good, or the alright, or the average. Now, so if you want to learn more about that, stick around. The idea of from this video really came from Steve Jobs, and also life experience. But Steve Jobs, the story goes that he used to do, his dad was a fix-it guy, and he would go to people's houses and fix stuff. And Steve Jobs really remembers that one time when they were putting in cabinets, his dad could have put, some not so nice wood on the back of the cabinets, but he chose to instead get the highest quality wood and use it on the back of the cabinets as well as the front of the cabinet. And the whole idea here is like his dad understood that the way you do one thing is the way you do everything, and that it's important to put in the extra work on the parts that people don't necessarily look at, on the background, the things that people don't see. And then Steve Jobs went on, to Apple, and they had this big release date they had to do for the MacBook, or a Mac computer, and Steve Jobs halted the shipping of the MacBook because he didn't like the way that the circuit boards on the inside of the MacBook looked. Even though no one was going to see the circuit board for the MacBook, he stopped it all until it was perfect. So this is just kind of a thing to self-look at the work that you do, and I make sculptures and fine furniture, and I really like to make really nice stuff because I know people like nice stuff. They like things to be well done and well made, and they're willing to pay more for it. I go to these shows, and sometimes there's these people selling stuff from China or Indonesia, and it's dirt cheap, but they look at my stuff and they see, wow, it's really beautiful. Then they see the price tag, and they sometimes they think it's a little bit much, or some people just buy it. But a lot of people will also go look at the China stuff, and then they buy it. And then as soon as they get that stuff home, it just breaks and falls apart and doesn't even do the job that it was to do, but they saved $1. But I know that if I put in hard work, and if I make perfection the enemy of just good, that people will appreciate it. People will see the value and the effort, and I will be rewarded for taking that extra step, going the extra mile, finishing something and spending a little more time on the finish than other people would. Now, I'm also somebody who really believes in production, but I feel like that's a young man's game. I feel like if you really understand what you're doing, you can make much more of an impact by just taking the time to do more work that other people aren't willing to do. How's that saying go? Do things that other people aren't willing to do to have the things that other people don't have, wish they had, or something like that. But it's just important, when you're making art or you're being creative, that you give it your all and you really work for perfection. I mean, I know there is no such thing as perfection, but there is a high class, There are high ticket clients, there are high-end work. There is people in this world that truly appreciate nice things and appreciate it when you put in that extra effort and you do the hard work that other people aren't willing to do. So I think you should think about that, especially when it's your art, when you're going to put your name on it. Well, now this video is not perfect because there's an airplane. But I'm serious. When it's your work, when it's your art on the line and you're putting your name on it, you should make that mean something to you. That should be something that stands out. That's how you build a brand. That's how you build recognition and respect and authority in an industry, is you go above and beyond what other people are doing, and you try and make perfection the enemy of the good. You try and be the best. You try to put in the effort that other people aren't doing. And you may not see the reward right away, but later in life or on the next project, someone will notice, someone will appreciate it, and that's why you'll move ahead while other people stay stuck behind. So in everything you do, make perfection the enemy of the good. And even if you're just like at a job where you don't like it, you can still work harder and do a better job at it than anyone else. And just that idea, though, of actually going the extra mile will take you the extra mile. It'll put you above the rest, Read more books, learn more, work harder on making your craft that much better. And if you're going to do anything, do it the very best that you possibly can. I really believe in that. And it's not just, believing it or you hearing it. It's the actual implementation of doing it. And even in a small way, if you just start now to make, perfection the enemy of the good, it can take you really far though in life. And it really does mean a lot in the end, even if you just start with the perfect sandwich, or the perfect morning routine, or the perfect yoga practice, and it's not going to happen necessarily right away. But if that's what you're striving for, and you strive for it every day, someday you're going to get there. And to have a life where you have one perfect moment where you're truly in harmony with everything, and you've made something at the best of your ability, that's magical, man. That's something that is what life is really all about. That can fill your soul for your whole lifetime. That one moment where you truly peak and you truly show what you can do and everything works. And to have that is yours forever. That's really what it's all about, when you're trying to make perfection the enemy of the good. One full life experience can soothe your soul for a lifetime. So that's what it's all about. It's not just to make more money or to make something better than your competitors. It's about when you do that consistently, and then that one perfect moment when it all works out and all your hard effort can be shown to the world and can take you to that next level in your life, and you can see really what you're capable of and what you're made of. That's what it means to make perfection enemy of the good. So whenever you are going to put your name on it, or whenever you're going to do something, do it the right way. Try and make it awesome. Stay creative and kick ass. Peace.